So your spirit team is back to approaching me while I'm in the shower. And we need to have a conversation. And this is going to be, let me find a good angle. This is going to be a not so typical conversation. It's going to be a little bit controversial. I'm telling you right now, any Karens that come into my comment box, I will block, because this message is not to provoke or to attack any group of people, specifically my people. This message is meant to give insight. So if you come in my comment box in any kind of way, being disrespectful or being hateful towards my people, I'm blocking your ass. I'm just saying it off the rip. Okay, so I'm going to need all of my brothers and sisters to come to the front. And we're going to have a conversation about your finances. I was in the shower and I saw, and I will draw it in a second towards the end of this video. Well, at the end of this video, I'll draw the symbols, because I saw symbols yesterday and I saw them again when I was in the shower. And then this message started to come through. So I'm delivering it. I saw the symbol that was the infinity sign, but then I saw another symbol that looked like a 5 at the top and then turned into a spiral. Now, the person I'm talking to either may be a Reiki practitioner or love Reiki or be into symbols, signs and symbols. Your people, your ancestry may have at one point been people who used to draw in the sand. And a lot of us come from that bloodline, to be quite honest, whether you know it or not. But I'm just saying, they may have been people who used to draw in the sand. There is definitely an energy surrounding, because when I saw that symbol, I was shown water and I was in the shower. So you 9 times out of 10 have ancestry or people who used to honor water spirits, work with water spirits, do something with water spirits, and also family who, back to my message that I did yesterday, have family that live around or worked on railroads. So, symbols in the sand work, loving the beach, the ocean, all of those things resonate. Water spirit, ancestry, and spirit team. And ancestry and spirit team that deals with iron metal trains. Listen up. It's not that black people don't get money. It's not that we don't get money. Okay? It's not that we're poor. It's that when we get our money, we do not properly allocate it to where it needs to be. And it's not our fault, 9 times out of 10, that we don't properly allocate it at a certain extent. And we're going to get into that in a minute. We were not trained. We were not brought to the table to be taught how to allocate our funds to make it grow into wealth. And the person that I'm talking to right now, you have been praying like crazy about your money. You've even taken some steps recently, left a job, a switch from cities, not knowing where you were going. You made some huge step in life that you knew was getting ready to take you into the next biggest place that you were praying for, yet you don't know how you're getting there, because it's not like you were shown the plan. So it was all by faith. And right now you're sitting here and you're wondering, did I make a mistake or was this correct? I want you to know it was correct. You made the right step. Your ancestors want you to know you made the right step. Your spirit team wants you to know you made the right step. Yet, what you do from here on out with whatever source of income you do have is going to make your finances or break them. But we're putting out the energy of making them. The other thing that I need to say, sorry about that. And we need to go back to what I said before. So part of it is not your problem. Not your fault that you are not properly taught. But now that you are here with the availability to information, to resources, to knowledge, it is your responsibility to seek it. Okay. Another semi-controversial thing that they said. I need you to know that people who are wealthy, because, okay, so I was watching, a sis came up on my For You page, and she was like, I don't understand how when people make a whole bunch of money, and I mean, yeah, make a whole bunch of money and get the information, how come you don't just come back and get us? Like, how come you charging us to get the information? And like, not a little bit, like, you charging us a lot. And there was a lot of people in the comments who were like, yeah, that's so true. Yeah, that's so true. I need you to understand something. To whom much is given, much is required. And it's not always monetarily, my dear sister and brother. Sometimes it's a matter of you being willing to energetically give something in return for the knowledge that you're getting. The problem is, our people want too bad for when somebody makes it to the top, for them to come back and get them. See, when you make it to the top, my job is not to come back and get you. My job is to turn around and extend my hand. If you can get up to my level, then you could be where I am. But for me to leave the level where I am, to go down and get you, is a problem. Because what's going to end up happening is you're going to constantly be in this cycle of Captain Savo, and you're never going to get to the place where you're supposed to be. Let me tell you something. When Harriet Tubman was on her way to the promised land, she didn't take nobody with her the first time. She went by herself. See, most of us are too busy trying to take everybody that's surrounding us with us. Because one thing about us as Black people, baby, we got a whole lot of compassion. We got a whole lot of energy and spirit about us. So we're not going to get to one place and not bring our family. And on top of that, our family expects us to bring them. Yet we don't know how to properly bring our family and change the mindset of our family so that they don't go back to a poverty-stricken mindset in a poverty-stricken position. So most of the time when we get to the top, we give money, we give resources, we give classes, we get this, we might even charge a little bit of money. And see, the people who don't have, back to the sister's point, the people who don't have feel like, oh, well, why are you charging us in the first place? You got to the top. Why aren't you just giving it to us? Like, isn't it supposed to be that we all supposed to move forward? Let's keep it real. It's about reciprocity. See, anybody that comes and works with me, anybody that joins my community, anybody that joins my classes, baby, I want you to understand, whether you stay or whether you leave, anytime during the session, you got to know that you can't come up in my space and take anything from me and think that my ancestors, my spirit team is not going to be on that ass if you are not if you are not in the spirit of reciprocity. And I usually don't come on here with this, but when I say your spirit team was on me in the shower, they on me. So I'm here to deliver the message. So back to what I was saying. When we get to the top, my responsibility is to turn around and extend my hand. If you can get to the level, if you can raise your mindset, if you can raise your vibration, and you ain't got to be there where I am, but you got to be able to raise your mindset and vibration to where I am. If you could get there, then you could get the wealth that you're supposed to get. But most of us, once we turn around and we give, we just start giving out gifts. Next thing we know, we're back at zero. How could a freaking legend, how can a phenomenal ass singer and performer like Michael Jackson end up with nothing? It's because after he attained all the wealth that he had no knowledge about where to allocate his funds in order for his people, his family, his bloodline, generations to come, to not end up back in the same place. Beloved, you got to change. You got to change your mindset. You got to change the energy. And you got to learn how and where to allocate your funds. How to properly budget the money you get. And I don't care if you are on food stamps. I don't care if you are getting the public assistance. It does not matter. You have the money. Let's keep it real. You're going to get your wig. You're going to get your lashes. You're going to get your fingernails. Are you going to get your stocks? Are you going to get your trust account? Are you going to get your business instead of using just your personal credit? Are you utilizing the funds that is due to you? And I'm not going to use certain terms on here because I don't want them to freaking banana my video because I need this to reach who it's supposed to reach. But are you getting access to the funds that's meant for you and your bloodline? Do you even know how to budget your money every month? Do you even know? Do you even know how to take something that's a dream of yours, make it an actual reality by saving over time, and not just keep it a goal, but turn it into an outcome, turn it into a system so it's automated in your life, turn it into something that money flows into automatically. Take the idea, take the trauma, take the business concepts and turn them into wealth generating opportunities for you and your family. And when the money comes in, you then allocate that money and take it and put it into the place where it's supposed to be. A lot of my brothers and sisters don't. And Spirit is giving me the command to change this. So, and if you're still here at this video, at this point, thank you for staying. I offer a class. It's called Spiritual Money Mastery. And it's an intensive class. But the class is meant to teach you the spiritual aspects of manifesting wealth, changing your mindset, getting rid of blockages, blah, 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 blah. But then we go into the actual utilization of your cash. Then we go into the practice of how to budget. Then we go into the practice of how to accumulate wealth. Then we go into how to change your mindset from consumerism to empress and emperor energy. How do you take the little bit that you're getting and turn it into a lot? How do you multiply that fish and that bread that the Most High gives you and turn it into enough to be able to feed the multitude? Not just who you and your children, but your bloodline and your lineage. How do you set yourself up correctly in this life so that you could be like Rockefeller? Do you know that we all have that opportunity? All he did was create a trust. And the way that he created the trust tiered itself over time, that it created wealth throughout generations and generations and generations. And now these people are still sitting on their money. See, we could be trust fund babies too. We don't have to be broke. We don't have to be in poverty. We can change. And for those people who are like, yeah, well, how come when y'all make it, y'all don't never give back to us? There's newsflash. There is a lot of us who give back. There is a lot of us who come back to get those who do not have it. The problem is those who do not have it often do not have the mindset, often do not have the energy when they come into the space to be able to be at a certain vibration and gain what they're supposed to gain. So what the money and the price tag does is it weans out all of those who are not really here to play long term. Because a lot of people who join, a lot of people who come in, a lot of people who say they want the wealth end up leaving because their ego gets into the way and they don't get a chance to actually be able to attain what's supposed to be meant for them. So in this situation, you got to be able to drop all that shit, especially when you're dealing with me. You got to be able to drop all that because we get ready to go into a place where we about to not only change your finances, but we about to change your mental. And in order to change your mental, that means we got to break down every wall, every chain, every piece of poverty-stricken mindset, experience, reality, heart center, like every trauma you ever been through. We got to erase all of that in order for us to restore you, beloved. But we can't do that if this first time something is said to you, or the first time you come into this space, you feeling some type of way. Baby, you got to understand that like the price tag is there because it makes you wean out those who ain't really serious. Unfortunately, there is a lot of people in the community who are also like, damn, if I just had a choice, if I just had a chance, somebody just gave me one chance, I'm going to make this go to the top. So, I have a birthing your business mindset. I have a spiritual money mastery workshop that I offer on Saturdays. And it's 2 Saturdays back to back. I have a session that is coming up on May 3rd. If you are interested in learning how to change your financial situation for you and the generations to come, I am discounting the class by 50%. I'm sorry, 40% right now. And I'm going to leave it like that for, I don't know how long, because Spirit didn't give me an exact amount. But if you're seeing this video, you could go and just try to apply. Okay. I'm just being real. But, and try to get it. But I don't really know how long it's going to be, because I know some people going to be like, oh, well, how long is it going to be on special? I don't know. I'm going to leave it on there until Spirit tells me to change it. And if they tell me to change it, they tell me to change it. If you still want to join, you can join. It starts May 3rd. And I look forward to meeting the collective who are ready. This is something that we have to do to change the generations to come. And it's not about me getting to the top and not bringing anybody. It's about me getting to the top, turning around and helping those who are ready to be able to actually walk in the reality and the energy and the vibration of wealth. I love y'all. Peace.